Hey, I just got off a Zoom recently with Vistage Chair Patrick Shore. Actually, I'm stalking him here right now on LinkedIn. But great discussion. He's an entrepreneur, he's a CEO, obviously a Vistage Chair, doing great things with leaders in his area. You're going to want to check out this sit down I had with him. I just could talk to Patrick for hours, admire what he's doing. You will too. Go check it out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Giant TV. I'm Paul Hitchcock, the founder and president of Giant Jackson Media. We're helping others to grow and nurture their businesses and their practices. This is my channel to bring you very interesting people doing great things. And Patrick Shore is certainly one of them. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you for having me here today. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you and I have got to know each other a bit offline, and I just love what you're doing. You're a Vistage Chair in the Kansas City area. I know you're a big Chiefs fan. I guess who isn't in that area? But yeah, so I want to just get into what you're doing. First of all, a little bit about your background, your career, and then how you got into being a Vistage Chair.
Oh, absolutely. I started my career at Sprint Corporation in 1981. I was actually, believe it or not, computer programmer number 48 for the entire company. I was there for 22 years, where I had the luxury of working in technology, strategic planning, international platform development, and finish it off in business intelligence. In 2003, I left telecom and started my own small business called IntelliThink. And it was all about innovation thinking and technology and how you help a business owner really rethink what they're doing and where they're going.
So you started working with business owners through IntelliThink?
Yes, in 2003. So my customers at the time were all the C-level individuals.
Okay.
And we would work on issues and problems that they had. We did work for Clark County School District in Vegas, FIFA, Cerner Corporation, Sporting Kansas City, all the way down to small mom and pop type organizations.
Yeah.
And we would help them do exactly what I'm doing now, which is, where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? What kind of budget do we have? And then we would apply innovation engineering techniques and come up with the strategies and plans to actually delve there.
Huh.
That's where I got introduced to Vistage, the largest worldwide CEO peer group.
Yeah.
Because my question was, at the time I was 50 years old and my daughter worked for me. It's like, okay, what am I doing with this company? Where am I going with it? So I joined Vistage and had 15 other CEOs kind of coaching me along those lines.
Oh, you became a member yourself of Vistage.
Yes.
Before. Okay, yeah.
And they helped coach me to merge that consulting company with another company here in Kansas City that would then free me up to become a Vistage Chair or a coach. So once we accomplished that, I went back to Vistage and was recommended to become a chair, went through the academy, and as of, I guess it's now, it'll be 3 years this June, launched my organization and have 12 owners, founders that are with me right now that we kind of coach and mentor.
Awesome. And Patrick, the leaders that are with you now, they're non-competing, of course, right? This is how it works. They're non-competing. You're meeting monthly. What are those meetings like for you? Like, what's actually going on in those meetings?
Well, we start each meeting with what we call the check-in. And each member comes to the meeting and they rate their personal life and their business life on a 1 to 10 scale.
Oh.
So as an example, I went in last month and my personal was a 7 and my business was a 9. My 7 was because I was dealing with an awful lot of issues with my mother in late stage dementia.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we bring either issues or opportunities to the table. So once we've kind of gotten a list of the check-in, we rate those issues or opportunities as A, B, and C, and then we just start working them.
Picking them off, yeah.
Picking them off, and we follow a very stringent process within Vistage to identify the root cause, to come up with new ideas to help that owner.
Yep.
And then they leave the meeting with, I wouldn't call it a real strategy, but they leave with tactics to actually work on that issue. Then I come back around in our one-on-one meetings and walk through where we're at and help them kind of put the plans together.
Yeah, it strikes me as I hear about these meetings that you're running, these successful meetings, is people are opening up. I mean, they're coming to the meetings. It is not for someone who's going to sit in the back of the row and not say anything. It's for people who are getting in the gutter, talking, sharing, helping other people, and a lot of stuff is getting done. I mean, is that a fair assessment of how that goes?
It absolutely is. With our group, we created our own operating agreement. And that was number one, we look for forward-thinking executives that want to make an impact and want to provide jobs for decades.
Yep.
And then we look and say, the number one rule for us is think greatness. Don't just think average, think great. The second thing is be radically candid with your feedback to each other and ask meaningful and deep probing questions.
Yeah.
You have an issue and those types of things. So yeah, it really gets in, and we've handled a member that's going through a divorce. We've handled a member that their teenage child was acting out. So you really handle the personal and the business. So it becomes a real safe place for an executive to let everything kind of hang out.
Maybe you could have a guest like me come on Zoom and talk about my 4 kids and how they're driving me crazy, and your group can help me out.
They would absolutely come up with entertaining and unique ideas.
Well, and then so well, I was going to say too, it's interesting that you're talking about those personal issues, because I think it's just, we all know that if you have crappy personal stuff going on, it is going to impact your business, so it makes sense that you're dealing with those issues too. And people just seem like they're being candid in there.
And it takes a while. I mean, like I said, I've had this group up and running for 2 years, and my group is companies that are $1 million in size. And as they share their business needs, then they really begin to look and say, what's inside my head that is keeping me
Yeah.
from giving 100% to the business of the family. So, we really do want happy members, great home lives, work-life balance as much as you can, and then really kind of excelling things forward.
Interesting. And the personalities, how do you deal with that? Because I imagine if you get I mean, you're screening, of course, but the wrong personality can screw up the group. I mean, how do you, in your role, are you meshing those personalities?
Yes, the advantage I have as a chair is I was a member for 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got to learn and watch toxic behavior and people that would tear a group apart. So as I screen individuals, I'm kind of looking and asking questions like, have you ever had a coach before? What did it turn out like? Do you develop people? Do you develop strategies? Do you take advice well? And you can really kind of get a good feel for it. Plus, I'll do a couple of one-on-ones. I'll invite them to a group meeting so they
Yeah.
can see what it's like. And the group then gives me feedback as well on how well they think the person interacts.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got to be a good fit, like a puzzle almost. Uh, and the industries you have now, is it just across spectrum?
Yes, it's a wide spectrum. So as an example, I've got a cybersecurity guy, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
kind of knowing what that is. I've got a business law firm that is in the mix. I have a online auction platform that has 90 auction companies
Oh,
using an online platform.
oh, cool.
I've got a group called Lot Pop. They make software for car dealers. So you know what your inventory is, and more importantly, what kind of cars and trucks people are looking for as they go.
Okay.
I have a wonderful group called Venue Smart, an exciting group. They are event hygiene management. So
Event hygiene.
they'll go to NASCAR as an example, and they will get the track and the grounds all cleaned up.
Oh,
During the event, they provide all the janitorial services, and then after the event, they wrap it all up, clean it up, and leave it cleaner than when you showed up. And
that.
they run about 60 events a year right now, and the great thing about that is he's got 28 employees, but when he goes out and does Orange County Festival, he needs 300 laborers.
Oh,
So he is always screening people, getting people in and moving them through.
yeah.
But yes, they're all unique. They're non-competing. Got a construction guy as well. So it's really entertaining because when they come in, they leave their egos at the door.
Yeah.
Because they all have issues. They all are the top of their food chain. But when they come here, it's like, wow, I've got others that can really help me.
Yeah, no, that's phenomenal. And then you're doing the one-to-ones between the monthlies. How do you handle those? Are those virtual? Or are you actually going to meet face to face? And then is it you just kind of you're listening of whatever they're talking about? Like how does it play out?
So all my meetings, one-on-ones and the group meeting are live in person.
Okay.
I like to be face to face with them. And like I said, Vistage has got a great internal process to where when I walk in to an organization, I start off by kind of doing what I call a business health check.
Yeah.
Where you at? What's working? What's not working? And begin to compile a list of things that can help them be more successful. And then we begin picking those off. Or I went to a one-on-one last week, and the individual sat there and said, I've got an employee that just is toxic. I don't know whether to get rid of the person or try to train the person. And we kind of dig into the root cause.
Yeah.
What's he doing? What's happening? Do you think he's worth salvaging? And if so, how do we want to, help this employee get better and that type of thing? So each time we go in, I've got inputs from the monthly meeting and the interviews we've done in the past, and start with what's happening today.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. And then now, are you looking for particular folks to join? You have some spots open, and who are you looking for?
I've got approximately 5 spots open. So I want to have a CFO organization that helps companies with their finance strategies, cash flow, and those types of items. I'd love to have a new marketing organization come in and be a member. Our previous marketing organization, the group helped them go from 3 million to 4.5 million to then get acquired by a UK company for around 16 million.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking for a marketing group to come in. I'd love to have a training organization because that way they can really help the people out. And then I'd love to have 2 more manufacturing companies kind of rounded out and be in the product area as well.
Okay. All right. And I want to tell everyone listening that wherever you're watching this, because we simulcast these episodes, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, around the episode will be Patrick's information. You can get connected to him. And then, Patrick, I got to ask you, you obviously love what you do. What is it about being a chair that you get stoked about mostly?
So it starts when I left Sprint in 2003. I had helped shareholders for years, right? Drive stock price and that kind of stuff. I wanted to come out and make a difference or an impact in the greater Kansas City area by helping local companies grow their business, become better leaders, make better decisions, and achieve greater results. So I think the bottom line is if I can help 18, 19 companies be successful and hire local talent, I've done my job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you move along, it's how do you make them a better leader? Are they developing talent within their organization? And it's just such a a rush to see a company grow, a new leader come in, and really the group helping each other, with their issues and opportunities.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, thank you for doing this, Patrick. And I know you and I will be talking again, but always a pleasure to speak with you.
And thank you for this opportunity. This is a great outlet to get the word out, not only for me here in Kansas City, but Vistage as a whole, all across the world.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for saying that. All right, we'll see you soon.
Excellent. Thank you much. Have a great
Okay.
day.